This was not just a war of soldiers, it was a war of machines. This is the complete, true catalog of US aviation in the Vietnam War and how each aircraft reshaped modern warfare. So let's start with fighters and attack aircraft. F-4 Phantom II, the Brute, a massive twin-engine interceptor that became the icon of the war. Flown by the Air Force, Navy, and Marines, the Phantom relied on raw power, radar, and missiles. It became the primary MiG killer of Vietnam. F-105 Thunder Chief, the Thud, designed for nuclear war in Europe, forced into conventional bombing over North Vietnam. Flying low and fast through the world's densest air defenses, the F-105 carried the heaviest losses of the Rolling Thunder campaign. F-100 Super Sabre, the Hun, America's first supersonic fighter. In Vietnam, it abandoned interception for close air support, flying thousands of missions protecting troops under fire. F-8 Crusader, the last gunfighter. Unlike missile-only jets, the Crusader kept its 20mm cannons. It earned the highest air-to-air kill ratio of any US Navy aircraft in the war. A-4 Skyhawk, the Scooter, small, nimble, and brutally effective. A favorite of Navy and Marine pilots, it delivered precision strikes and became the backbone of carrier air wings. A-6 Intruder, the all-weather hammer. With advanced radar in its bulbous nose, the Intruder attacked in total darkness and monsoon storms. It ensured there was no safe time to hide. A-7 Corsair II, the Slough, short, little, ugly fellow. It introduced the first operational heads-up display, revolutionizing bombing accuracy for carrier aviation. F-111 Aardvark, the Whisper, a swing-wing strike aircraft with terrain-following radar. Flying alone at night, it skimmed treetops at supersonic speed to strike deep inside North Vietnam. F-5 Freedom Fighter, light, agile, and reliable. Tested by the USAF and supplied in large numbers to the South Vietnamese Air Force for air defense. A-1 Skyraider, the Spad, a piston-engine relic in a jet war. Its massive payload and long loiter time made it legendary for rescuing downed pilots under fire. A-37 Dragonfly, the Super Tweet, a trainer-turned-ground attack aircraft. Operating from rough strips, it carried bomb loads nearly equal to its own weight. B-57 Canberra, a British-designed bomber adopted by the USAF. It excelled at night interdiction, hunting trucks along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Next, bombers and gunships. B-52 Stratofortress, the Sledgehammer, the ultimate symbol of American air power. Flying in 3 ship cells, B-52s reshaped battlefields during Linebacker 1 and 2. AC-47 Spooky, Puff the Magic Dragon, a World War II transport armed with miniguns. It circled villages at night, unleashing continuous fire to stop infantry assaults. AC-130 Spectre, the ultimate gunship evolution. Equipped with cannons and a 105mm howitzer, it became the deadliest hunter on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. AC-119 Shadow and Stinger, gunship conversions used to supplement the AC-47. The Stinger variant added jet engines and heavier cannons for increased lethality. Electronic warfare and naval heavies. A-3 Sky Warrior, the Whale, the largest aircraft ever to operate from a carrier. In Vietnam, it served as a tanker, jammer, and reconnaissance platform. A-1 Tracer, early airborne radar warning for the fleet before the Hawkeye. E-2 Hawkeye, arriving late in the war, it became the fleet's airborne command center, tracking MiGs hundreds of miles away. EA-6A Electric Intruder, a dedicated electronic warfare aircraft that jammed enemy radar to protect strike packages. EC-121 Warning Star, a radar-equipped constellation that provided early warning over the Gulf of Tonkin. EB-66 destroyer, an electronic warfare escort that blinded North Vietnamese SAM sites. Reconnaissance and forward air control. SR-71 Blackbird. Flying at Mach 3 at the edge of space, it photographed North Vietnam with total impunity. RF-4 Phantom II. Unarmed reconnaissance phantoms flew straight into enemy defenses to assess bomb damage. RA-5C Vigilante. A fast, carrier-based reconnaissance jet with advanced sensors. RF-8 Crusader. Low-level photo runs at terrifying speeds. Pilots earn the reputation for nerves of steel. O-1 Bird Dog. A slow FAC aircraft marking targets with smoke rockets. O-2 Skymaster. A twin-engine push-pull FAC aircraft with better endurance and survivability. OV-110 Bronco. Designed specifically for counterinsurgency and jungle warfare. OV-1 Mohawk. An Army surveillance aircraft using radar and infrared sensors. Secret War and Special Missions. T-28 Trojan. Used secretly in Laos by CIA-supported forces flying missions that officially never happened. Lockheed Yo-3 Quiet Star. A near-silent observation aircraft used for night reconnaissance. U-10 Helio Courier, a STOL aircraft used by the CIA to insert agents and supplies into remote jungle strips. QU-22 Pave Eagle, an electronic relay aircraft supporting sensor networks on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Ryan AQM-34 Firebee, a jet-powered reconnaissance drone launched from C-130s decades before modern UAVs. Now, jumped into the transports. C-130 Hercules, the tactical lifeline of the war. C-123 Provider, used for cargo and for Operation Ranch Hand Spraying missions. C-7 Caribou, a STOL transport supplying remote jungle bases. C-141 Starlifter, the first jet strategic airlifter. C-5 Galaxy. Arriving late, it proved critical during evacuation operations. Last, we finished with the helicopters. UH-1 Huey, the symbol of Vietnam and the birth of air-mobile warfare. AH-1 Cobra, the world's first dedicated attack helicopter. CH-47 Chinook, heavy-lift workhorse. CH-46 Sea Knight, primary marine assault helicopter. CH-57 Sea Stallion, heavy transport and long-range rescue. HH-3 and HH-53 Jolly Green Giants, deep penetration combat rescue helicopters. OH-6 Cayuse, or the Loach, a tiny scout helicopter that deliberately drew enemy fire. HH-43 Husky, base rescue and firefighting helicopter.